Hello all. It is I, CMC, here with week 2 of uh yeah, week 2 of ICP. Week 1 is not real. Yeah, week 1 is not real. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I don't have my mons in the calculator. Oh, this is excellent. There's no Orthworm. So I was scared for nothing, is what we're saying. Okay, I was scared for nothing. I'm gonna be honest. I have my lead here, and I'm gonna take this time to set up my thing. Now, I'm gonna be honest. If it doesn't lead with the Rhyperior, it is completely okay because Barraskewda is also a backup lead, and it should lead worst case scenario with the Pokemon in the first slot. But I am just going to take these 30 seconds to set up. And while I do that, I hope everybody is having a great day. Whenever you're watching this, low tier. I'm going to be completely honest. I am not really that great at what we call low tier. And you know, I think that's okay because I think the point of all this is to have fun. And if you watched my week 1, I really dreaded building this week because I really thought that I didn't really want to do this, you know? And I feel as though it's okay to have those moments and it's okay to let that and feel those kinds of thoughts. And if you haven't watched my week 1 game, you definitely should. Because that was a time, okay? Good luck, have fun to CJ. I already wish him good luck, have fun in the thing. Hopefully we lead Rhyperior. If we lead Barraskewda, that also works too. I see a Tatsugiri, and we led Rhyperior. Excellent. So I'm going to be completely honest. Why do I not just click Earthquake and do 70%? Because this is the one thing that is stopping me from clicking Banded Liquidation. In specs, I mean, if I do decide to Terrasilize into a Fairy type, Surf is not really doing a lot of damage to me. It's doing 50 max. So I feel like, why not? Like, I don't think I lose anything. You don't really have a switch into me. I think I lose nothing from just clicking the Terra Fairy button and clicking Earthquake. I don't really think I lose a lot from that play. I do get off a lot of damage, and I think this will put me in an advantageous position. So I'm just going to perform that role here. They don't really have a switch into ground moves, so I'm getting off a huge hit. Turn 1. Bramble Gas. So Bramble Gas is not a switch in. Bramble Gas is not a switch in to said Rhyperior. And I think if it's Strength Sap, it won't lower my attack because I'm Convert Cloak, which is actually really nice. So I am just going to Earthquake. And I do around... That is defensive, I think. Yeah, that's defensive. I did around, I want to say... Oops. I did around, I want to say 35%. So that's a min roll for max HP. Fire Punch can potentially kill and do a lot of damage. I could also get my rocks up, but they can spin. I don't have a ghost type. So I think I think what will put me in the best position is actually clicking SD. Because if they do decide to Poltergeist or Power Whip me, they're not doing a lot. And I can Swords Dance and threaten a KO next turn. So they are going to Strength Sap. I think the Convert Cloak will prevent the drop. Oh, it does it? Oh, okay. I might be thinking of Clear Amulet, but I am just going to click SD, turn 1. Turn 2, actually. And now they're in a position where they probably have to Strength Sap me, right? So I'm just going to Fire Punch and claim. They do Leech Seed me, so this is going to be a dead Bramble Gas, and that's actually really, really nice for me. Oh, wow, that's Fizz Def. Okay, and I get a burn. Oh, that's nice. Considering my week 1, if you watched it. They're Fizz... Okay, they're Fizz Def Helmet. Okay. Bramble Gas. Leech Seed. Strength Sap. And they are Rocky Helmet. So now what I'm going to do in this situation, I wish I was competitive, but I'm not. I think I'm going to just go hard into my Pelipper. I don't think I lose a lot from making this play. The Drizzle is going to go up. They do Strain Sap here. They shouldn't recover too much. Yeah. So I'm actually going to threaten an Air Slash. I feel like I lose nothing from making that play. They are Fizz Def, so Air Slash, I mean, they are in range of one. I feel like I lose virtually nothing. If they do attack me here, which would work out perfectly okay, I get my eject button and I could pivot freely into my Barraskewda and click Poison Jab. So yeah, I am just going to make that play. They do switch out. Worst case scenario, they pivot into maybe Sylveon. Rapunzel, that seems like Sylveon. Sylveon comes in. And I do around... They are leftovers. Okay, they're leftovers. And let's see if I can gain anything from that. So that did around, I want to say, like 15, 16%. So they're max HP at the very least. Okay. Hybrid Voice is such a free move by them. I am just going to pivot into my Overquill, which can threaten this out offensively. Hybrid Voice. This is going to hurt. Oh, that did nothing. Oh, okay. So they're bulky. Okay. I feel like I lose not a lot from going and clicking T-Spikes. Getting my T-Spikes up seems to be really valuable. They could go into the Shocks, but if they do go Shocks, I can... What are their likely plays here? Let's see. They probably switch out and go into Sandy Shocks. And what leaves me in an advantageous position around that? Making a double into Barraskewda. I don't lose a lot from making that play. I gain offensive positioning. The problem is I'm not threatening a KO the following turn because I feel like I have to click Close Combat. Clicking Toxic Spikes could force a Rapid Spin later on. And while they will have to maybe Volt Switch, I can make a play off that later. Let's Toxic Spike here. Even them going... Oh, so they stay in. Okay. Even think them maybe potentially going into Sandy Shocks is a little bit aggressive because I could liquidate. So they yawn. Okay. So they are yawn, Hyper Voice. Okay. So I got up a layer of T-Spikes. Meaning I feel like I don't... I mean... Hyper Voice is going to hurt anything that comes in. So I don't think I have the best switch in, which means I think I need to click Liquidation because Gunk Shot is going to hurt the Tatsugiri if I click it here, right? So them going into Tatsugiri seems really unlikely, in my opinion. I think if anything, they go into the Sandy Shocks because clicking Liquidation into Storm Drain seems like a really weird play, but I mean, that is kind of risky. And if they do go Sandy Shocks, I don't think I lose a lot because I can always Volt after. I can also Middle Ground Crunch. They could be Protect as well, but they're giving me recovery if they do so. I'm going to Crunch this turn. Okay, so they stay in. That's okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, sure, I guess. Them staying in, that's surprising. I can just... I mean, do I not kill them? Am I not? Maybe I'm not calcing. No, I mean, they must be Fizz Def then, judging by how they're playing, because Gunk Shot threatens a KO. I don't have a Hyper Voice switch in, unfortunately, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into my Pelipper, activate my eject button. I mean, this is going to mean that I'm going to probably have to recover later with Pelipper, but judging by how they're playing and the damage that they're doing, this isn't offensive. So now I can pivot hard into my Barraskewda, and I can threaten a KO with Poison Jab. Poison Jab should 2 KO the incoming Bramble Gas if that comes in. And Sandy Shocks would get poison. So I am going to make this play. I am pretty bulky on my Barraskewda. And by bulky, I mean I'm dang near max HP. Wow, so a Gunk Shot would have just killed this thing. Okay, I should live. I do live. Nice. Now, I am in E-speed range, which is unfortunate. But the good thing about all of this is, if they do go into the Entei, then they're going to get poison, and that's going to chip them down. I'm just going to have to bear in mind that if they do get poisoned, they're probably banded. But I'm going to need to make sure that I don't let E-speed just demolish me, because God forbid I barely know anything in this format. I might just be overplaying. I should have just, I mean, I didn't want to give the Sandy Shocks an advantageous position, but I think I should have just gunked, considering they were willing to stay in on my T-spikes and blah, blah, blah. So I think I'm definitely making plays I don't need to, and I'm not really identifying. But it is what it is. They do sack their Sylveon, which is really good. I didn't really have a switch into that Mon, so the fact that it's gone is great. And now Overquill is kind of opened up. I could use that as a sack. Wasn't really planning on it being anything else, to be completely honest. T-spikes are up, so hopefully they can pivot into like shocks or something along those lines, and maybe open up that factor of me sacking so I don't have to take damage on anything else. So we're just gonna see what they do here. They go into Tatsugiri. Okay. And they do get poison. Okay, wait, that's huge. Do I live a rapid spin? I do live a rapid spin. I think it is in my best interest. I would be giving up this Mon, which does really, really well into this team. But I have other outs to Sandy Shocks. So I think it's in my best interest to just Poison Jab and clean this to a KO. Because if they do want to try and rapid spin, then I'm punishing it. I do half, and they surf. Okay. No rapid spin. That's huge. So T-spikes are still up. I can go into the I could go into that Mon in Thunder, but they could Terra into Dragon. I don't want them to rapid spin for free, so I think it's in my best interest to go into Heracross. Heracross can fly? Oh. There's no knockoff switch in. So I'm just going to click it. I didn't know Heracross could fly. Shout out J. Ricky. I might have thought too early. Wait. I might have thought too early. No, I should have earthquaked. I should have earthquaked. Oh, no. I should have earthquaked. If they're Terra Fairy, that's really bad. Would they be Terra Fairy into Overquill, though? I mean... no, I didn't think that through. I mean, knockoff, if they're Terra Fairy, knockoff it... I mean, it seems like from the damage that I did with Poison Jab, they're bulky. Because Poison Jab should have done so much more. Okay, they switched out. Thank God. And they go into the Bramble Gas, which is huge. So I am getting a knockoff off. And I get that KO, which is great. So Bramble Gas is gone. So it seems to me that something is taking a poison here. The rain's gone. I am at +1. They have Tatsugiri, Entei, Sandy Shocks, and Sneasel left. So knockoff does about half to this Mon. But I lose nothing from, in my opinion, just going Rhyperior and getting rocks up. Or just threatening a KO. Like, yeah, I don't really lose a lot. I could have also went Pelipper instead. That is a knockoff switch in, but if they do click SD, I really don't want to put myself in that kind of position. They do Aerial Ace. Okay. It does nothing, which is great. Now, I am just going to click Earthquake. I lose nothing from that play. They don't have a switch in. So I am just going to click it. And now, I mean, to me, it's kind of looking like close combat in-game. Or even Earthquake. Earthquake in-game looks really good now for Heracross. Since I am Scarf. Kilowattrel also looks great as a win condition possibility. That also looks good. How much does a banded E-Speed do to me? It does half. So, Earthquake and Earthquake kills. So yeah, it's looking like an Earthquake in game. In my eyes, they do knock off. Okay. I could have got rocks up, but I valued getting my damage on this thing. And I can actually get rocks up now, which is huge. But I also kind of don't really want to put this in a situation where it can spin on me. So I think I want to make the play of... I don't want it to spin. That's my biggest problem right now. But they can definitely click an ice move here. I don't think they double knock off. But I think risking my potential win condition is bad. But also, I mean, I don't really need the hazards anymore, I don't think. So I think I'm just going to go for rocks. Force in the Tatsugiri instead. Yeah, 3 times. Get my rocks up. And now they're forced to go into Tatsugiri to try and spin. And if they do try and spin, I can spam rocks. That is one thing I can maybe do. Or I can just click Earthquake and claim my kill because really they don't really have a lot of things for Rhyperior or Earthquake. Rhyperior is putting in a lot of work. Sushi Roll comes in. They could try and Rapid Spin. I think I am just going to sack an Earthquake. They do Rapid Spin. I should live. And Rhyperior should claim another kill. Okay. They can't safely set up with anything. Because Rhyperior can just click Earthquake and things can die. Also, this tells me that the Entei is probably not Boots if they chose the Rapid Spin there. And the Shocks as well. Kilowattrel also does a lot here too. But I think just at face value, I mean, I think it's looking really, really good for me. I can sack and go into Pelipper and click Weather Ball, and they don't really have a switch in. So I am just going to Earthquake here. I don't lose a lot from making this play. They should click E-Speed or something along those lines, and they would kill me. How many kills did Rhyperior get? Rhyperior got, I think, like 2 kills. They are Eruption. Okay. So they might be Scarf Eruption. Okay. They're either Scarf Eruption or Specs Eruption. Either way, I need to go into Pelipper, and I need to click Weather Ball. So, yep, let's go into Pelipper. Let's click Weather Ball. They're probably Scarf Eruption. Specs wouldn't make any sense. Let's Weather Ball here. Weather Ball against Entei always kills. Weather Ball against Shocks also always kills. So I am claiming one here. And in the rain, because I am pretty mixed defensive. Okay, so they do switch out. Eruption to me, if they are Scarf, is not doing a lot. This should die unless they're... Okay, they're not Pasho, so this should be dead. Yep, that's dead. Nice. And now I can Weather Ball the Entei, and that should be game. Now they could be Specs. I feel like I just lose nothing from just clicking Weather Ball. And calling it. They do Stone Edge, so they're mixed. So they're Scarf, definitely. Yeah, they're Scarf. They crit me. That's always fun. Let's go into our Heracross. Let's click Earthquake. And call it. Actually, wait. Earthquake might not kill. No, Earthquake doesn't kill. I might lose to this thing. This is not good. Maybe I should have roosted instead. No, I think I made the right play. I might get cleaned up by this Mon. Earthquake doesn't kill. Oh, okay. All right, I outpace it. Nice. Nice. They go for Eruption. It's in rain. It's going to do a lot less. Okay, nice. And that's going to be GG. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Shout out Heracross cleaning up like I thought it would. Not in the specific way in which I thought it would, but I mean, it did. And that is a bounce back from week 1, because week 1, I don't want to talk about it. That week was not real. But Heracross is the GOAT. Barraskewda is the GOAT. I definitely could have played a bit more, like, aggressive. Well, no, I think that's the wrong idea. Like, I could have, I don't know. I could have just clicked Gunk Shot on the Sylveon I didn't think they would stay in and just sack. Like Sylveon looked so good in the matchup, and I thought they kind of had a clear switch into maybe shocks on the aggressive. But now looking at it, I can maybe understand why they didn't. But yeah, no, I was just shocked behind that, and I think I definitely overplayed at times. I should have just clicked no, I should have clicked Earthquake on a middle ground there on the Tatsugiri instead of clicking Knockoff, which is probably why they went into Bramble Gas, maybe thinking I was going to Earthquake on the middle ground. But I was just so confident clicking Knockoff and even forgetting that it was potentially Terra Fairy. So, but yeah, that's going to be the game. GG's to CJ. And with that, I will see you all week 3. See ya.